Good morning, dear students. Hope you all are doing well. Today we are going to start with our Unit 3, Chapter number 3.6, Think Before You Speak. So, before starting this lesson, I am going to tell you that this lesson is a practical tip on how one can earn respect, happy relationship, and peace of mind by speaking less and only when needed. Now, this lesson, Think Before You Speak, carries the message speak only when it is necessary. So, let us start with our the textbook, page number 75. The name of the lesson is Think Before You Speak. The author of this lesson is Benjamin Disraeli. Now, he has written this lesson for our understanding. So, let us start with our lesson on page number 75 of your textbook. Man was meant to listen more and talk less. That is why, as the Great Britain statesman Benjamin Disraeli said, nature has endowed man with 2 ears and 1 mouth. Now here what it is said that man was meant to listen more and talk less. So God has given us what? 2 ears and 1 mouth. Okay. So this was there in the first 4 lines. Now what do you mean by statesman? Statesman means a person experienced in the art of governance, and endowed means to be provided with something. Okay. If man was meant to talk more and listen less, he would have 2 mouths and only 1 ears. Now imagine how we would have looked, how strange, with 2 mouths and 2 sides and 1 ear. See, you can imagine. Why the man was meant to talk more and listen less? He would have what? 2 mouths and 1 ear. And how it would look? See, on both sides you will have 2 mouth, and only in the center of your mouth you will have 1 ear. Okay. Let us start with the second stanza. And mind you, the ears are like funnel, open all the time. There is no door with which you can close them. Now your ears are like a funnel. You can see in the picture. See the red line, that is like a funnel. Now what do you mean by funnel? Funnel means a tube or pipe that is wide at the top and narrow at the bottom. Okay. So whereas if you have to speak even one single word, that word must pass through 2 walls, 2 fence. There is a firstly the fence of these 2 rows of teeth. There is the second the fence of the 2 lips. Now what it is said that if before a word can be spoken, it has to pass, it is piracy, through these 2 walls, through these 2 fence. Therefore we must think at least twice before we utter a word. Now see what it is said that if we have to speak even one single word, that word must pass through 2 walls. Okay. And what are that 2 walls? See the first one. There is firstly the fence of these 2 rows of teeth. Okay. First the word should pass from these 2 rows of the teeth. The second fence is the second fence of the 2 lips, and the second fence is of what? It is of the 2 lips. So first fence is of 2 rows of the teeth, and second is of the fence of the 2 lips. Okay. So I hope you have understood till here. So before a word can be spoken, it has to pass, or it has to pierce through these 2 walls, through these 2 fence. Now what do you mean by pierce? Pierce means to go something. Okay. To go from the something. Therefore, we must think at least twice before we utter a word. So here what the author is telling, before stating any word, you should think and then you should speak whatever you want to speak. Okay. Let's start next paragraph. A very wise man once remarked that of the unspoken words, you are a master. Of the spoken words, you are a slave. Now, here what the author is telling, and one of the wise men has said that if you unspoken words, you are a master, means you are correct, and if the words are spoken and which are wrong, then you become what? You become a slave. Once you have spoken a word, you cannot get it back. Do what you will. Now here what the author is telling, that once you spoke the words, that can't be taken back again. You can do what you will, then also that words can be cannot, we cannot take it back. Therefore you must be very careful about the words that you speak. So here what author is telling, whenever you speak, you should be very careful while uttering a single word. Once the word has left your lips, you will not be able to get it back. Now here the author is telling, once the words are spoken from the lips, you can't get it back again to your lips. Okay, I hope you have understood till here. Let us start with our next stanza. What are unspoken words? They are the things you want to say but remain unsaid, as thought in your mind. Now here what the author is telling, what is unspoken words? That is what? The things which you want to say but you remain quiet and you just only think. That is the unspoken words. Once you have put the thought into words, once the words have left your lips, you cannot change them or control them. Now here what the author is telling, that once you have put the thought, if the words are in your mind and if that words are left from your lips, then you can't change them or not, you can't control them, because it is already out of your mouth. Okay, I hope you have understood this paragraph. Let us start with the next stanza. A young man went to his spiritual teacher and said, I have spoken very harsh and unkind words to my friend. Now here a small story is given, and in that story there was a young man and he went to his teacher and he said that I have spoken very harsh and unkind words to whom? To his friend, and he is deeply hurt. I am afraid I have lost my friendship with him. How can I make amends? Now here what he is telling, that as I had speak very harshly, I feel that my friend has deeply hurt and I am feeling afraid that I will lost my friendship with him. How can I make amends? He is asking how can I clear my mistake. Amends means amends means to make an amendment. Okay, let us see the next thing. The wise teacher gave him a fresh sheet of blank paper and a pen. He said the young man. Now what the wise teacher did? Wise teacher gave him a fresh blank sheet and a pen, and he said to the young man that write down on this paper all the harsh thing you said to him. The teachers told that whatever you told to your friend, all the harsh thing, you write it down on the paper. Okay, let us see what the young man did. The young man did as he was told and showed the paper to the teacher. Now what the young man did, he wrote all the harsh thing and he showed that paper to the teacher. Now tear up this sheet of paper into as many small bits as you can, the wise teacher said. The wise teacher told to him that now you have written all the harsh thing, tear this paper into small bits of paper, small bits. Okay, soon the single sheet was torn into 100 tiny bits of paper. Now what the author did, he had, as his teacher told to tore that sheet, so he has tore the sheet into 100 tiny bits of paper. Throw the bits out of the window, the teacher told him. Now what was the last thing what the teacher told? Teacher told that all the bits what he had told, throw that all bits out of the window, and same thing the author did. Let us see what happened next. That was easily done. It was a windy day and the tiny bits were scattered far and wide even as the young man watched. Now as the teacher told him, what he did, he had thrown all the paper, and that day was windy day. Okay, and all the tiny bits were scattered. Scattered means all, it was scattered far and wide. Even the young man watched. Far and wide is one of the phrase, over a large area. Okay, and young man was looking at that. Now go out into the street and collect as many bits of the paper as you can, the teacher ordered him. So now the teacher told to the young man that go out into the street and collect as many bits of the paper as you had thrown it out. The young man was thinking, let us see what he had done next. The young man was taken back. But that will be difficult, he stammered. It will be difficult indeed, but do give it a try, the teacher suggested. Now, as the teacher said, the young man was feeling what? It was very difficult task to collect all that bits of paper. He stammered. Stammered means speak with sudden involuntary pause and repeat some letters. Okay. But what the teacher told? Teacher told, go and take one try. The young man went out. He returned half an hour later exhausted. Now the young man went out and he was very exhausted. He came after half an hour. Okay. He had not been able to get hold of a single torn bit from the paper he had torn up just a while earlier. Now he went, but he was already exhausted means very tired, and he was not able to get hold of a single torn bit from the paper he had torn up just a while earlier. Whatever paper he had torn, he did not got a single torn bit of the paper. Let us see what the young man did next and what the teacher told to him. So in next paragraph, this is what happens with the spoken words, the teacher said to him. Now the teacher said that as you had done one of the experiment, it is in same way. When you speak out the words, you can't take it back. Once you have spoken the words aloud, it is very difficult to take them back. So the teacher told the young man that once you speak the words, it is very difficult to take them back. So therefore, learn to think before you speak in anger. So your teacher had given a great example and told to young man that before we speak any word, you have to think, and you should not speak in anger. If you speak in anger, you are going to regret for it whatever you have spoken. Okay, I hope you have understood till here. One page is left for explanation that I will continue in next video. Hope you have understood the lesson. Thank you and have a nice day. Stay home, stay safe.